Hi, everybody. Whoa, that was way too loud. Hold on. I saw that peak. Let's turn that down a little bit. Is that better? I think that's better. Okay. Let's turn down the music here real quick, so I don't have to hear it as loud. Let's see here. 1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. Let me get this set up here. Alright, what do we got? Been on the fence about feeding my caffeine addiction, but that means driving. That's fair. I'm trying to, like, reduce my caffeine. It's not great. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's good. It's good for you. So I'm drinking green tea, which still has caffeine, but not as much. What's up, Sharky? Alright, guys. I'm going to try to hold out and do this entire stream. I believe, coming down with a cold, but let's just try not to have that get in the way, and let's create a live video here on Instagram. ODST pistol modeling. I have been working on this off stream because I was infuriated by how I built this. And I've gotten pretty far. I've gotten some good stuff on there. So we're going to continue working on it tonight. I'm going to look at the grip today. Stream key has to go over here and plug into this stupid thing and then this stupid thing. And okay, go live. And let's see what happens. Super chats are enabled on YouTube now. So that's, I think they're enabled. I don't know. I don't really know how it works yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. But subscriptions will be coming soon. So let's see. Let's go live on Instagram. I need food too. Some girl named Sabrina apparently making a shaking espresso, and it makes me want it. What is a shaking espresso? Is that they like take it and shake it really heavily? I've never heard of that. I like espresso though. Espresso's good. Coffee honestly sounds glorious right now. I have a Starbucks right from my house where I could get shitty coffee, but coffee. Okay, so we're gonna look at this. So I rebuilt this piece. I was tired of screwing with this. I was tired of messing around with this and trying to get this to work, and it turned out so much nicer. So we're done with this piece. So we're gonna call that good. This grip though is kind of an atrocity. So this needs work. And looking at it, I think what I want to do is I want to separate the grip from the actual like body. So I have two separate pieces, but I don't really know. I also know that's a separate part. That's a separate part. Let's see here. Hello from France. Hello, how are you? I'll probably say this wrong, but R. Richeru? I think I'm saying that right. Maybe wrong. Vigorously shaken thing. I'm not sure what it made. Made me want one soon. I saw it, but Sabrina apparently is concocting addicting things. Oh, that sounds pretty good. I like coffee. I used to hate coffee. I used to despise it with a burning passion. Okay, so I want to look at this, right? Because, like, this is one of those situations where I feel like it would just be more beneficial to remodel this entire piece. As much as I don't want to, there is too much to try to fix here. And remember, I made this model 8 months ago, so there's a lot here to fix. Wow, this model looks amazing. I'm glad you think so. I don't think so, but I'm glad you think so. Do you majorly work with Lambert matte while modeling over with Blinn? So now what I'll do is I'll model everything and then I'll toss a Blinn on there to make sure that I'm not getting any like lumps or bumps or stuff. So like for this, the original version of this, which wasn't remodeled, was terrible. So if you threw a Blinn on there, there was pinching everywhere. Like these areas right here were really bad for pinching. So I've localized the topology, kind of clean that up, fix that up a little bit. Feeling much better about it. But this part's not good. This part we gotta fix. Hello, bro. Hello, how are you? Who is that? 1 second. Scrolling too fast. Hold on. Who was that? Amar, hello. But yeah, no, I usually model in Lambert, and then I'll if it's something that requires like making sure the surface is like perfectly flat, I'll throw a blend on there. Resequence, hello, back to sitting stream. No, standing stream. I'm standing right now. Now this is intriguing. Amuni, why is it intriguing? It tastes disgusting, but it's so good. Why would you get it? Did you use Boolean? No, I do not use Boolean. This is all quad modeling. From India, bro, how are you? I'm doing good, Amar, how are you? Makes sense to see the details, yes. Okay, when's the floating stream? When I figure out how to get my telekinesis working, I'll let you guys know. Okay. Alright. I think I'm just going to remodel it. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to. So, the goal here is we're technically going to split this. So, I'm going to do this. I'm going to Control D. I'm going to keep this just in case. Always good to keep. Scrolling through feed and see the ODST. Oh, well, hi. Welcome on in. My name's Matt. I'm a 3D modeler, and this is what I've been working on for the past week or so. This is a model I built 8 months ago, and I hate it, so I'm fixing it. All right, so let's just start. Screw it. No need to figure out what I'm doing. Just start. All right, so we're gonna pop this up here. It's interesting that it popped up in the feed, though. That's cool. What's up, Michael Stryker? How you doing? ODST is my favorite, so you got me a hook and line and subbed. Well, I appreciate that. I love ODST too. The soundtrack is one of my favorite things to listen to, especially when I need to like chill. Which is funny because a lot of people don't like the game, and I'm like, what? Why? What did I just do to that? Okay. Did I just turn something on I shouldn't have? I guess. I don't know what happened there. Dose. Okay. On average, how long do your models take? How much time is taken to model this? Okay, so that's two of the same questions, so that's a good one I can answer. This guy, the original rendition of this model probably took me like 6-7 hours, maybe. But we're also going to say that the original rendition was crap because it was crap. I spent yesterday I completely remodeled this portion, so that probably took me about 2.5-3 hours. I think I spent 3 hours on that yesterday. Yeah, so generally this entire model at the end will probably be like just modeling time, 10-12 hours. Let's see. I just had to flip the normals of a section of my ship because it was easier to flip them all than to flip the individual ones. Yeah, sometimes they can be a pain. What's not to like? It's practically just a normie fighting what chief. Yeah, no, I mean it's a great game. The atmosphere was amazing. I think the only thing I wish is it looked a little bit better because like I do feel like it didn't look as good as it could have. But that's just nitpicky. Where'd my cube go? Oh, there it is. I loved ODST though. It was one of my favorites. Next to like 3 and 1. Totally my favorites. I'm one of those people that doesn't like. I'm not the biggest fan of 2. Like I do like 2, but it's not like my go-to replay game. Partially because I didn't enjoy playing as the Arbiter, and it was the same thing with like 5. I didn't enjoy playing everyone else. I just want to play Chief. That's it. That's all I want. Thanks for considering my question. Yeah, no, absolutely. You're welcome. Guys, just a reminder for all of you watching on various different platforms, I do stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram at the same time. So if you're confused by who I'm answering, that's probably why. Hey, Cryptic, hope all's well with you. I'm doing good. I need to message you back. I'm sorry. I forgot. I got a little bit of a cold, so that's been my last couple hours. Okay. So we're gonna just block this out again. We're going to pull this guy in. And as always, guys, if you have questions while I'm doing this, please feel free to ask. I do not mind answering them. Trying to just maintain some clean topology here. Let's see. Edge slide. Okay. So that's good. So we're keeping the trigger assembly. I know that that piece has to come off, so mesh tools, we're going to insert some of our like preliminary edge loops here, and we'll just start kind of building. No worries at all. Hope you recover from your cold. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll go eat dinner, and I'll be back. All right, Michael Stryker, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, this helps. I'll be texturing the model in Substance Painter when I complete it, mainly used for 3D work. Yeah, no problem. It's actually a really easy thing to do. I just got to set it up and do it for you. Feel you too. I have a sore throat. Yeah, it's kind of what I woke up with this morning. The sore throat's gone, thankfully. Psycho Hazard, hello. What are you using to do this? Can you model characters as well? So no, I don't generally do characters. You are new to the channel, so here I'll pull up my ArtStation so you can see what I normally do. View profile. So this is some of my work. So I do experiment with like characters, mainly like robotic characters. The software I use is called Autodesk Maya. I'm working on getting better at organic modeling. I never practiced it. I never really it was never my thing. But it'll be something in the future for me. Yeah, it's a pretty great software. That is incredibly like white and blinding me. Go away. There we go. I saw this the other day, guys. Give you guys some interesting stuff that I find here. When did you start learning 3D modeling? 2008, 2007. Hello, sir. What's up, Mr. DeSale? When I model this kind of asset, I focus on the shape first and how much detail it has according to add topology. Exactly, yes. Did you start from scratch with this? Yes, I did. So I was looking at this guy's model the other day because I was trying to look up topology examples. Look at this thing. Hold on. He has one that shows the topology on this thing, and it's insane. No, that's the break. Oh wait, yeah, here we go. So he goes through his whole process, but look at this paneling stuff he did. Where is it? I know he's got a picture of all the panels and stuff. Carlos Bernio, though, look at that. Those are all individual pieces. That's nuts. It's crazy. It's so cool. Dude, I'm just starting since 2023 March. Hey, that's okay. Everyone starts when they start. Thank you for the info. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm about to eat my breakfast. You do that. You enjoy it. What's for breakfast, Resequence? Mint animation. Oh, okay. The only downside I have with Maya is that subscription paid software can be pricey, so I stuck with Blender. Yeah, so there's free software you can use to do this stuff. Blender's a perfect example of that. Maya is $279 a year for the indie license, so that's what I pay for. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Marco, on Twitch. I can already feel my voice disappearing, so that's awesome. All right. So that's definitely not the right thickness, so let's scale that out a little bit. Like I said, guys, I will try to go as long as I can today, but I can't make any promises. Okay. So, looking at this, all right, so we know that this is what we got to kind of work with. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this down. And then we'll just kind of figure out main shapes later. I don't like redoing work like this, so this is pretty rare for me to do stuff like this, but I don't know. At the end of the year, I was just I want to finish this model because I ignored it. Plus, I've never really, I did the minigun, but I've never really done a gun, like a pistol or a rifle or anything, so I figured this would be fun. Didn't know that. Been wanting to get into this stuff, just not right now. Yeah, if you want to get into it, take a look at Blender. It's free. It's always something that you can just mess around with when you do have the time for it. And if you're ever interested, we do have a Discord community. There's lots of people in my community that use Blender, so lots of good resources for you there. Okay, so I think we'll just kind of plop that there and leave that. Call that good. All right. So mesh tools, insert edge loop. We're gonna just drag one here. Just trying to match the shape of this body a little bit better. Not caring too much about like topology setup yet. And then we're gonna do some other like minor details that I didn't do in the original build. So I'm gonna model out these screws. I'm gonna make the sight a separate piece. It's gonna be really cool. I do modeling on paper. Nice. That's cool. One of the best ways too to like get good at 3D art is to have a good background in traditional art too. So if that's something you already do, then do it. Okay, yeah, probably dosa with chutney. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. I'm gonna learn something real quick. Hold on. Dosa with chutney. What is this? What is this meal? Ooh, that looks pretty good. Nice. Always love learning about new food. What do you prefer, like having blueprints for this or just working with reference? I prefer reference images. Blueprints can get kind of, they can get kind of messy. So like when you're talking about looking at a blueprint, there's a part of you that usually wants to take over and just like do everything perfectly. And I don't know, reference images to me it still leaves open a little bit for like artistic interpretation. So that's what I like doing. Okay, so we're looking at the model here. Okay, so that all matches fine. The issue that I'm having here is like the body just has no shape to it right now. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of do a little bit of shaping work. This should be a relatively low polygon piece for the most part. I need to look at where the grip attaches though, because this is where we're gonna change some stuff. So the grip attaches right here. So let's go. This is a little bit weird. Stuff that I didn't pay attention to the first time. Whoops. Stop it. There we go. Okay. So technically, I can't tell. Oh, I know what they did. Okay. No, I know what they did. I see what they did. Okay. Let's continue framing out the grip. Actually, we kind of did that already. So, what I want to do is probably pull both of these in. Just a tad bit. That way the grip sits over it flush. And now and then I mostly draw. I like detailing. Can't draw a human figure for anything. It's fair. Humans are really hard to draw, and they're really hard to create in 3D. It's why I'm not a character artist. I know a lot of great character artists, but I am not one. I think most of the stuff that I'm going to end up sticking to when I start doing sculpting on stream is going to be creatures. Because I just don't really have much interest in doing people. I think I'll mostly stick with creatures, because that's what I'm starting off my ZBrush stuff with, is a dinosaur. So okay, so let's see. Looking here, so I don't like the way this is all clumping together here. So this guy we're gonna pull this way. Vertice, we're just gonna kind of adjust this and shift everything so it evens out just a tad bit. Because we know we're going to have a button or a pin hole here. I don't really know what they are. But we'll have one there, one there, one there, one there. So that's fine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that block out there. And then I'm going to build the, what do you call it, the handle. Not going to lie, I'm not so good at drawing. I did quite a bit when I was younger in the traditional sense. I didn't really enjoy my art lessons in school. A bit restrictive. I get that. Basically, it's a rice batter pancake with it. Yeah, it looks like kind of like a, what do you call them? like a crepe. Sir, you teach ZBrush basics to advance. When I get to the point where I'm comfortable doing that, yeah, probably. I am definitely not there yet. One of the biggest things, it shouldn't have rules or restrictions. I do agree with you that. And that's kind of one of the places where school kind of fails people. Art is your expression. Rule-wise, I would say that one kind of bends a little bit just because, like, especially if you're doing this as, like, a professional craft, like, there are rules that you got to follow. But I do agree with you there. It's also really important. Like, a lot of you guys need to understand that, like, having a background in traditional art is super important, especially if you're going to do, like, character stuff and everything like that. That's something I'm struggling with because I never really fully developed my traditional art stuff. I'm working on it now, but I wish I had developed that a long time ago. Any advice on how to get better at texturing in Substance Painter? For me, modeling is a lot more easier than texturing. Yeah, that's usually kind of how it goes. So one of the things that I just try to tell people is to pick projects that you can kind of like mimic and then figure out how you can create those things. So like grabbing like a rusty wrench, model that wrench out, pull it in a Substance Painter, try to mimic the texture, and then find the tools in Substance Painter that'll allow you to get to that point. And just be really observant when you're looking at stuff. Like, be super observant. So, like, if we look at... Let's pull up the minigun here. So we look at my minigun. One of the things I really wanted to do on this one was focus on, like, making sure that, like, I had that, like, battle damage sort of stuff to it. Because, like, these things get used constantly. So, tears in the grip. Let's see. The rust damage on edges, things like that. Just pay attention to those little details. And you'll be able to start improving your texture skills. That's usually how that kind of works out. Dragonfire, I hope you're having a good start to your 2025, but yes. Can you do a video for face modeling topology simple? I can't because I don't do characters, so I would be a bad person to teach that. But if you want to look at a channel that does, look at Jay Hill. He's got it's like a 50 minute video on facial topology and like character topology. That's a really good resource there. And then Jared Chavez as well. The kicks door in. I heard Halo ODST pistol and I'm here. What's up, TJ? Raggle Fraggle? How are you doing? Yeah, sometimes teachers can be a little kind of crazy, especially with art. I don't think I've ever had like a sane art teacher, if I'm being honest. Not to insult my old teachers, but like some of them are crazy. All right. Let's block out the script again. I think it's going to be a much better choice to do this as a single part. So here's what we'll do. Oh. So that's the base grip. That's a piece of metal that goes on the grip, so we'll have to kind of figure that out. Right now I'm just blocking. Blocking is such an important step. Do not skip blocking. I think I'll leave that there. Leave that there. Go this there. So it gives us that nice basic shape. Pull that down. Some edge loop. We'll go right here, go right here. Just continue kind of shaping this. Okay. Aiming to try to get in some traditional art in. I just really hate drawing in traditional sketch. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I tried to make it a little bit more fun with me, and I used my tablet for it. It's absolutely relatable. My teacher was the same with my issue with alignment and symmetry. It was rough. Symmetry's hard, especially in drawing. It took me 3 weeks to do Samus's left arm shoulder piece and 3. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm good, buddy. Happy New Year. And hey, listen, it's part of the charm to be a crazy teacher, but I'm biased because I am. It creates the most memorable people. Let's see. Do you 3D model for game, animation, or both? So the stuff I do would technically be used for like visual effects pipelines. I don't really play with low poly game stuff. I get my stuff into Unreal Engine, but that's about as far as I go with like game stuff. Are there any mods or plugins you use from Maya to use the base version? Yeah, actually, I need to install them because I never reinstalled them after I rebuilt my computer. But I have this really nice quad remesher that completely quad remeshes the tops of like cylinders and stuff, or quad fill, not remesh. But yeah, that's one of them that I use. Which software waste for rendering? Do you mean best for rendering? I'm not saying in a negative way, but nowadays peeps do both organic and inorganic modeling, but you either go for hard surface or character artist. No, absolutely. Um, for me, I'm more of like a generalist, so I tend to want to know all aspects of the pipeline and be able to do all aspects of it. Characters are just not my thing. I'm not interested in them. Hard surface I like because it just comes easily to me. And I don't know. Hey, thank you so much for the follow on, what was that? Madness! Oh, resub, 37 months. What's good, my dude? How are you doing, man? I've been streaming for way too long. How you doing, buddy? Did you have a good week? Ron7H, hey, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, too. How are you? It's all the fun, I'm sure, man. This week has been good. That's good, man. I had to, I got a good story for you. I had to go take my wife's car to get emissions on it because it's a hybrid and they only let you do emissions on it for like 5 years or something stupid like that, or no emissions on it. And so I took it to the guy to do the emissions testing, and neither of us could figure out how to get the stupid thing to turn the engine on because it's a hybrid. So we ended up spending like almost half an hour trying to figure out how to turn the stupid engine on. Because when the car idles, it just goes on battery. Like, it doesn't do anything. So it was a fun experience. It's a goofy car. Doing great, man. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I think I'm coming down with a cold, but otherwise I'm doing good. How have you been? I've been good, man. I've been real good. Oh yeah, Cryptic. I know you don't play video games anymore, but when you were playing them before, you ever played or heard of Terminator Resistance? I heard of it. I never played it. I don't play as much anymore. I still like video games. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just like when you do the stuff that I do now, like they almost feel like a waste of time, unfortunately. And it's just kind of like a sad like side effect of doing social media and like art full-time, or trying to be full-time anyway. And it's something I try to like break every once in a while, just because I know gaming is still a good like release. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and scale some of this in. I still play Satisfactory. I love that game. That's a great game. Okay, so that's blocked out. That's looking better. We need to... I think it stops right here, right? Yeah, okay, so... we're going to go ahead and extrude this guy down. And then let's go ahead and lay it out. Should probably save this in a second here. Okay. Cool. Fair enough. I don't know if I'd give up playing games. I honestly didn't do it because I wanted to. I didn't do it because I had to. It just kind of happened. I still play occasionally. So if you know, in my community, Tex, Chaotic Seekers, Roy's Parrot Club, I still play games with those guys during the week sometimes when they're streaming. So it's not like I completely gave it up, but you know, I definitely don't do it as much as I used to. Okay, so I'm seeing a problem here already. Actually, I might be able to fix that. So this magazine's kind of like out of line here. So if I pull that back a little bit, so you see how that magazine's sticking through there? So we need to kind of correct for that a little bit. So we're going to take a little bit of this, What in God's name happened there? Hold up. See, this is what... Oh, look at that. That's not good. Why did that happen? Hold on. Oop. That's not what I wanted. Okay. I don't know why that happened, but let's make sure... Nah, it didn't. Okay. Bridge that. Bridge that. Alright, cool. There we go. Stigma, what's up? How you doing? How goes it? I'm back. Ooh, nice, another sub. Yeah. Madness has been subbed to me for a long time. It's been 37 months. What is that? 3 years? 4? Yeah, it's more than 3 years. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. How you doing, Stigma? It's good to see you. Let's kind of level that up a little bit. I'm going to pull back a tad bit. I don't want that too much. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that gives me something good to work with. All right, cool. So we can call that good. I love that I didn't have to remodel this piece. Like, that's nice. And I don't think I'll have to redo these either. Hi back. Where's Michael Striker? He's in chat somewhere. It's good just trying not to stay sick. Had a real nasty cough yesterday. I got a sore throat and a cough this morning, so I hope I don't get sick either. But yeah, I'm feeling the weird winter bug, whatever it is, going around. Okay. So I'm gonna do a little bit of liberty here. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna extrude this out a bit. Hold on. Something I learned to do is to turn on your constraints. That way it doesn't pull in like that. Maybe it was edge. Oh, I think you have to do it after. Yeah, I think. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let's see. We'll go extrude. Ba-ba, ba-ba. Nope, I guess that doesn't matter. I thought that mattered, but I guess not. That's all right. We're gonna give a little bit of geo back here. Just a tad bit. Okay. Terminator Zero was great. I watched that. That was a good one. Yeah, that was an enjoyable anime. I went into it with low expectations, but it was pretty great. Alright, so that's fine. That's all dandy. So we don't really have a lot here. Which is fine, because these are generally like basic parts. But what I want to do is I want to give this more realism this time around. So we're going to actually kind of build this in a little bit. So it has like a space that it kind of lives in. That way it's not just a floating piece of geometry intersecting with anything else. Speaking of Terminator, I just found out that there's a comic where Skyner practically fused a xenomorph with a Terminator. Ooh. What was the comic? Because I'm curious to see what that looked like. Because I just did that. I literally just finished doing that. So I'd like to see what they did with it. Okay. Give me a moment, I'll look it up. Alright, sweet. Hey Matt, can you take a look at the model I just finished with detailing? Yeah, did you post it in the Discord? I don't see any new posts, so let me know when you post it. Okay. I enjoyed Terminator Zero. I like the story, but I didn't really get the time travel bit. Or you time travel, you go into alternate version of the past. Help. Oh, are they actually doing a season 2? I thought that was just a one and done. That's good to know. Terminator hasn't had a lot of good luck recently. I know I rewatched the other day that I used to think was actually really bad, but it really isn't that terrible of a movie. Was Predators. It was pretty good. It wasn't the best Predator movie, but it wasn't terrible. And anything is better than Alien vs. Predator Requiem or that other horrible Predator movie that they made. What was that other one? What was that other Predator movie? The one with the Predator killer suit thing. It was awful, whatever it was. Let's see. I think it was The Predator. Yeah, it was The Predator. Yeah, that was such a bad movie. It was so not good. No membership. So there is Resequence. It has to be approved, so I had to send it off. So YouTube has to approve it. Jelly Dev, the goat. What's up? How are you? Alien vs. Predator versus Terminator Dark Horse comments. Okay, cool. I'll look that one up. That's let me look it up now. Hold on. Let me see. Let's find out. I'm curious now. What was that? Bevelage. Thank you so much for the follow. Alien versus Predator versus... That's a name. Oh, yeah, it was a comic book, huh? Images. Huh. Yeah, I'll keep that up so I can see if I can find the weird, like, fusion thing. That's dope. You know what I was really sad about? Still too large. Oh, yeah, that's fine. There's B1. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something and I forgot it. My train of thought just went. What was I gonna say? Shit, I don't remember. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Sorry for that. No, you're good. Not your fault. Not gonna lie, I would have preferred if the anime took place in the future war, not quite things for this. Oh yeah, I know. For some reason they're afraid to do that, and I don't really know why. Okay. So we can go ahead and support this, because this is, again, just a super simple piece. So we'll just do an insert edge loop here. Here. I'm going to do one along the front, one along the back, one here, one here. We're going to maintain that topology there. This is honestly such a simple shape. Okay. So let's look at that. That's looking pretty decent. Okay. So add that, and then I think so. I have kind of like gone away with my ways, and I've started using beveling again. I was watching some videos yesterday that made me kind of like realize I was being stupid. So I'm kind of using them again, but very like simplistically. Okay. And this is one reason why I don't like them. What the hell? Okay, hold on a second. Can't do that just yet. Oh, no. I know what I did wrong. 1 second. Share the download link with me. Okay, cool. I'll get it downloaded and take a look at it. That's where the Terminator resistance shines, in my opinion. The writers of the game paid attention to the future war. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll have to look at that one. I never got that one. Do you have a way to get rid of the shading issue on faces? You mean that black stuff that I just saw? Just depends on the situation of the bevel. Yeah, so the reason I saw that is because the normals got all junky. The reason that failed, though, as I'll show you here. So when you chamfer like this, and you change your fraction, sometimes you can go too far over. The other reason, you can change your miter along, and that'll kind of fix that for you. So this one, for instance, is kind of having that issue. So center, uniform, that fixes that issue. So that's that was one of my main complaints with bevels, is that it did that, and I figured out how to fix that the other day. And I screwed up my bevel. I didn't select it all. All right, now we can bevel. Center, uniform. Okay, there we go. That should be good. Okay. Edge loop. We'll just... Actually, you know what we can do? Hold on. I think... I tried this the other day. It didn't really work out for me, but we can try it here. I'm trying to spend more time getting used to like localizing topology instead of having it run through the model. I'm very passionate about Terminator. That's true. Hey, I like Terminator. I grew up on Terminator, so... Terminator, Alien, Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park's my big one. That's my inspiration. Okay, so let's do this. Turn that off. Uniform, center. So that's kind of the issue that we get there. Not necessarily a big fan of that, and that honestly doesn't help me all that much, so we're not going to do it. Okay. But this model right here doesn't have enough topology to really worry about it, so we'll just do this, and that should be enough. Yeah. So just to isolate that, it creates a little bit of banding here, but we can kind of offset that a little bit. Went too far with that. Okay, so that should have cleaned that up a little bit better. It did. Cool. All right. Let's look at the back here. Mesh tools, insert edge loop, and just plop these guys in here. Let's get that additional support going for them. And then everything else should be kind of golden. Yeah, that's pretty good. Still not liking that very much. I wonder... Let's pull that forward a bit. Pull this back a little bit more. It should hopefully kind of clean that up. Yeah, there we go. That's better. There's still a little bit of a divot, but I'm all right with that. Let's see. I want to know how to get rid of it. Just figure it out before you delete them manually one by one. Yeah, so if you're having issues like that, go up to your mesh display and play with some of your normals. See if you can kind of fix them there. Generally, that's what kind of happens there. Okay, so that's looking pretty solid. All right, Russ, you sent me a model. Let me see here. Download. Let me open up another Maya real quick. Let's see here. It's the GRSS Harpoon, right? Are you still here? Let's see, Michael. Just do a new. Let's drop that in there. Again, this came from Blender, so it might act kind of funky in Maya. So if you see a bunch of black on it, it's just because for some reason Blender handles normals differently. Okay, cool. Figure out. I'm just asking if he knows before I delete them manually one by one. Yeah, Resequence, I would take a look at your normal configuration and see what the issue is. Well, that's a big file. All right, well that imports. We'll wait for that to import. Okay. So another thing I want to do differently on this side is I want to kind of frame this button. I want to be able to adjust the, I want it to have like a little dip in there. So we'll just go boom. I'm gonna go mesh tools, insert edge loop. I'm gonna go right here. Okay. So that should be pretty solid. So I'm thinking, because I need that to kind of like pull, so I need some extra geometry in here. So mesh tools. So we're gonna add a band that shouldn't affect anything crazy. Okay. And then the rest of that's going to be kind of just deleted. So Shift I. So same thing here. We're going to just honestly, do I want to delete that entirely? Here's what I'm going to do. No, I can't do that. All right. I'm going to extrude it. Screw it. Didn't really want to, but it honestly might just be the best option. I'll do that. Say I figured out. Oh, okay, I got you. As long as you get it. Okay. I didn't screw anything up. So we're going to add just our kind of lower band support. All right, so that's fine. See if that gives me what I want without causing too much rippling. Pretty good. We're starting to get a little bit of pinching over here, so we'll have to kind of correct that, but it's okay. All right, so that should kind of fit in there now. Shift I. Smooth that. Is that already smooth? It's already smooth. So I want to size this better. Okay, hold on. I was like, why does that look so bad? There was a slight rotation to it. Trying to not jack this up too badly. Okay, that's hopefully enough. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, so, nope, no, don't do that. Save scene. What's up, Prawall? I always say your name wrong, and I'm sorry, but hi, how are you? Oh yeah, Matt, just out of curiosity, how would you rank your Terminator movies from other media, from highest to lowest? I would say... So you're asking... Oh, like from other movies? Is that what you're asking for? I think I'm a little confused on what you're asking for. This needs to be X. Positive. Okay. Alright, so that's better. And this will have that nice little divot. So it sits in something now. Alright, so let's see if that model loaded. It did. Okay, I see what you got here. Alright, okay. Hello. This model is definitely huge. Okay. So what are you looking at here, Michael? What are you looking for? Like, advice on like how to move forward, or... It's definitely starting to look really nice. Confused by why the normals are acting so weird, but... Okay, so this is all one piece. Let's see. So from like highest, as in like your most movies. Oh, I'd put it up there. It's probably like number 5 or 6. This one model is looking great. This isn't mine. This is Michael Stryker's in the YouTube, or in the Discord. Sorry. Kinda. I don't know where to start with UV mapping and texturing. So that's always the fun part. With a project like this, Michael, honestly, I'm going to suggest you might want to try learning Rhizome. You can download it for free as like a 60-day trial. And then after that, it's like $15 a month. It's actually pretty cheap. But you have so many pieces here that this is definitely going to be a nightmare to kind of work through. One of the biggest issues you're going to have, though, because I bet you if I smooth that, it's probably going to crash. Oh, no, it worked. Yeah, see, one of the biggest issues that you have still is that your topology is not really supported. I know you're still learning this, so this is just stuff you'll figure out on the way. But so when I smooth this, you can see how it kind of crushes everything. It's because nothing has any support in here. So like parts like this, what I would generally do, if it's even going to let me, is I would go in here and just add edge loops. Got some weird looping going on in there. Where's that looping to? Oh, I see. Okay. These little offshoots that you have here on these panels, these are gonna kill you when you try to texture this because they're flat. So when you're modeling in 3D, you have to kind of establish what's your inside, what's your outside. And so because this was once the inside of something and you deleted that face to make this triangle component, this outside portion, when you look at it this way, it's gonna disappear. You're not gonna see it until you roll underneath it, and then you'll see it. So you're going to cause like some visual issues with the model. Yeah, that would be one thing I would take a look at, because it's going to make your life kind of hard. Let's see. Looks like you did it a couple of times. Yeah, so like pieces like this. Let's see if I can find a small one that I can isolate. That's a solid piece. But I mean, as far as UV mapping, what you can do is you can just kind of start doing pieces. And as you go along, when you hit pieces you need to maybe remodel or take a look at, that would probably be the best way to start looking at this, because this is a huge model. I mean, it's almost 500 megabytes. Let me just see. Shift I. I want to focus here. Can I put... Let me see if I can assign a better material to this. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now we can actually see it without being blinded. All right, so I see what you did here, right? So you had a box that you kind of extruded, and then you just deleted the faces to create this shape. So when looking at something like this, you can see how this side is black, but this side isn't. The reason for that is because your normals are exposed. So generally with 3D objects, when you're on the inside, your normals should be black and on the inside. When you delete faces like this, it causes problems. Try Substance, very easy to learn. Yeah, Substance is very easy to learn. Correct me if I'm wrong, Michael. I know you're kind of still learning and just playing with it, right? I tried that, wasn't able to get student access. Right, okay, cool. Yeah, I wouldn't stress too much about Substance. You can do some of the stuff in Blender fairly easily. The UVing is where you're going to have the hardest time, just because of things like this, because you have no way to really unwrap this because of the way the model was built. So to make something like that, let me see if I can show you. What? So if we scale this up, so when you're modeling something like that to get that like cross pattern in it, what you did is you deleted faces. So let's see here. I'm trying to do this in a way that like makes sense, but also doesn't like fry your brain. Let's see. And I'll probably just do this in like, I'm not going to make this topology perfect, but so say we take our multi-cut tool, right? And I'm going to cut from here to here. And then I'll cut here to here. This is not an example of like good topology at all, so don't crucify me. But I'm just going to show you how you would want to do this instead. So it looks like what you kind of did was you just took these and deleted them and then left those pieces behind, but really what you should be doing is taking these shapes and pulling them out so you get that nice cross pattern. Or if you even wanted to take it a step further and get that little like interior crosshatch, you can extrude that out as well, and then you get that. So the issue is, so like you can see here, that's gray, that's gray. You have no interior facing like faces outside, whereas here you do. So that's where you want to be careful. I know that's a lot of information, so if you want to continue that conversation in Discord, we totally can. But this is like when you get on projects like this complex, you're gonna really want to start worrying about your topology and like learning the actual like kind of workflow with topology, because that's gonna be kind of a make or break for you. And if you go too far without like focusing on it, you're gonna cause yourself issues down the line, which like with these, like these are pretty large pieces to have issues with, unfortunately. So I don't know if you can easily fix this stuff, but that might be something you need to do. Looks like you missed it. I'm just going over a model that somebody sent in. UV is also a nightmare for me. I will learn Rhizome. Currently doing all UV from Maya. Yeah, if you want to take a look at Rhizome tutorials, I've got one that kind of covers like the getting started in it, because I couldn't find anything when I started in it to really help me. So that might be a good thing to take a look at. Okay, no, that makes sense. Okay, what I was thinking when I make it. No, that's okay. I mean, you're still learning, so like, it's good that you're figuring this stuff out and you're making the mistakes as you do it, because you've got a community to kind of help you grow your skills here. But Otherwise, like, aside from like things being kind of like simplistic in nature, everything else was looking fine. At some point, I would challenge you to start figuring out how to like make these all one piece. So not necessarily like the ladders, but say fusing this tube with this tube. That's going to be where you start to really get into like the nitty gritty of modeling with topology and things like that. That's going to be a super important thing to look at. I think I'm already down the line. No, that's okay. I mean, you're going to learn these things and you'll figure it out as you go. It's not a big deal, but yeah, otherwise, like, the model's cool. I really like what you're doing with it. I never thought to do a space station like this myself, so it's pretty cool. Like, I like the setup you got here. There's just some like modeling issues that you could fix. These are really cool. I like these. All right, go ahead and close that. Thanks. I'll check your Rise Up tutorial. Sweet. My throat's getting dry. Yeah, the problem with join is it's a lot like Boolean. So when you hit join, it doesn't actually like do the work. And so it leaves pieces behind and it just creates kind of like really bad examples of topology. But you'll get it, man. It takes time. Topology is one of those things like a lot of people get stressed out about, and like honestly, it just takes time. It's not something that I think anyone figures out immediately. It took me 10 years to figure it out. They're all messed up. Yeah, it's okay though. Definitely don't beat yourself up over it. Just you know, you can learn from it a little bit. That's why I'm remodeling this part, because 8 months ago I messed up. So we all live and learn. Practice, the better you'll progress. Exactly. Absolutely. Another piece of advice I'll mention to the person: don't compare yourself to other 3D artists. Spend a lot of time honing your craft. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. I used to be really bad about that. I've thankfully gotten a lot better. But, yeah, it's definitely not a good thing to do at all. Alright, so we're just going to kind of build this portion out. And that should, in theory, be enough geometry to support that weird loop. Yeah, for the most part. Alright. Okay. So we can see there, I just messed up. And that like extruded a little bit, kind of weird. This is stuff I try to catch before I start doing like the final detailing on these parts. Okay, that's better. Okay. Let's see. Hold on a second. A model gives a story of life patterns and usability of what occurs in the mechanics, form, and function. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Maybe for a contest, and I decided to try by fire. Hey, no, that's honestly, that's a good way to learn. I learned a lot of the stuff that I did by doing competitions where I had no choice. Yeah, it's a really good way to learn. Topology is something you get going along with the process, so don't worry about it. Yeah, absolutely. It's just something that eventually you'll find yourself just trying to learn it to figure out things. This is the Game Boy model I'm working on for my portfolio piece. Did you send a link? Oh, you did. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, very cool. With a model like this, it's actually really nice because you can kind of just do all the details you want to and not have to worry too much about like screwing anything up further down the line because you have so much topology to work with, but that's looking pretty nice. Yeah, it's looking really good. Oops, what did I just do? Oh, there we go. I don't know if you're chatting on Twitch. Yeah, they are. Hi, what is your course? I don't have a course currently. I am building one that will be exclusive on my Patreon. How to tidy up circular topology. So that's a fun one. I tend to just try to let it blend into the model, but generally, find a good example of it right here. You just try to isolate it, let the topology do its thing, and then allow it to kind of flow back into the model. And this isn't like a perfect example by any means, but kind of gives you an idea of how to let that through, and you can see that it doesn't cause any dents or anything like that. How much is Patreon? Patreon's $5 a month. It gets you access to free models every month, which I still got to post this month's model, but you'll get free models that I've made every month, and then soon courses and private chats, private streams, all sorts of stuff. So, dented guns is not good. You are absolutely right, Z. How you doing, buddy? Maybe when I finish my TARS model, maybe I could send you the model so you can have a look. Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem doing that. And good night messages? Not yet, but maybe in the future. Work for character artist is hard. You need advice to make assets, learn Unreal for environment, 3D product. I'm a sculptor. After 2 years, learn 3D. I don't know what I should do. Mohammed, do you have a portfolio? I can try to give you some pointers, some tips. Private stream, yeah. The private streams will come when we get a couple more members in there. I'm not gonna just do a private stream to like one person just because that's too much. It's too much to like move and figure out. But once we get some more people in the on the Patreon, I'll start doing the private streams. Again, you guys get free models, so that's kind of like the current perk. Eventually, I'll try to do, I don't know, maybe stickers or something. Check in bio. I can't click on your profile, Mohammed. So if you can send a link, I can take a look at it that way. But yeah, if you guys are interested in the Patreon, if you're interested in supporting me, you get credit in all my videos that go up on YouTube. So you end up at the end in the titles. You get all that other free stuff I mentioned. Plus, it supports what I'm doing here, and it supports growing this channel. So super, super cool. When my CC is good, I got you. All right, cool. Sounds good, man. Okay. It's very difficult to make around topology a good topology. It can be. Yeah, it for sure can be. Okay, so we're going to do that now anyway, so if you want to watch how I do it, kind of go through that. All right, so I need to make these two holes, right? So mesh tools, insert edge loop. So I know for a fact I want that, so we're going to turn on my edge slide. And just get that kind of lined up. Insert edge loop tool, we're going to go right here. So this is going to kind of make this guy. Why is there an extra loop there? Oh, there's not. It was one side. Okay. That scared me for a second. Okay, so that's that. Same thing here. We're going to kind of just pull this up here. This will kind of also help just like frame this in. And then we're going to go mesh tools, insert edge loop. So generally when I'm making like holes like this, what I like to do is I'll get it into a little quadded sector. I need to do this on both sides actually. I will extrude it in. I'll make it pretty small. Then you go mesh, edit mesh, circularize. And then you just kind of expand it. And from here, everything's looking pretty good. So this one's just a little pinhole, so we will go ahead and just build that real quick. Of course, it's going to make me do it on the other side. That's... Alright, I'm going to do these separately. Actually, well, do I... Hold on. Yeah, I don't really need to, so hold on. So let's do this. We'll just select, delete, select, delete. Alright. Can you check, please? Did you send the link? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, give me a second. Let me open this in another window real quick. It's opening up here. Okay. So let me extrude. Let me finish this up real quick, Mohammed, and then I'll take a look. So this is just a little pin. If you're ever curious, these are called detent pins. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll just take these edges here. We're going to bevel, turn off chamfer, and I will do this uniform, center, auto. You can see how that does what we want. And then when you smooth it, you don't have any surface deformation, but you have a nice smooth hole. So that's kind of how I tend to handle those. So let's save this real quick. So that's looking nice. Okay. Oops. Come back. Okay, Mohammed. All right. Real quick, Mohammed, are you okay if I open this up on stream? I always want to ask because I know people are kind of, they don't like being put in the spotlight. So let me know. Let's see. Pin to reset the gun. No, it more holds the gun together. Why I love 3D modeling. Forever learn about everything, like knowing what water caustics are. Yeah. Funny thing I learned about Arnold. Arnold can't do caustics. I'm doing good, Z. I'm doing real good. Yeah, so if you try to render caustics in Arnold in Maya, it doesn't work, which is a major bummer, which is why I've been looking for another rendering engine. Yes, okay, cool. All right, so let's take a look at this. So again, I'm not a character artist, so I'm going to just preface that, like, take my opinion with a grain of salt. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat is your models are very flat. So, like, your textures are very flat. Like, you don't have a lot of, like, lighting detail in here. Your texturing, your like your surface quality is looking really good. Your hair looks pretty decent. Topology looks okay. I'm not, again, not a huge character artist. It looks like you have a lot of stuff that's good. Your presentation is just kind of lacking here. I think one thing you should really look at is focusing on presentation. So I'll use Jared as an example. If you guys don't follow Jared Chavez, you should. Look at how, like, the portfolio really kind of pops out to you, and you got all this nice color, all this beautiful, like, you know, things that pop out, and you have some nice presentation. Whereas when you go to yours, it's just kind of flat. And so that's one thing that maybe you're lacking in. Maybe you need to learn a little bit of lighting skills. That's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I would seriously look at that to kind of help your portfolio pop a bit more. Your sculpting looks pretty good so far. There are some issues with anatomy that I would probably take a look at, but it looks like you're getting there. There's just a lot of stuff in here that I don't think I would have in here. Like this head, I would leave that out. This one's good. I would leave this one out. That's not really going to help you very much. This peacock's really cool. Again, the only issue is that it's not really... Oh, okay, wait, this got turned into like a physical thing. Oh, well, that's cool. I like that. Wow, all right, that's cool. Yeah, I like that's how that went. I would really work on presentation. I think that's one of the issues that you're kind of dealing with, because you've got some sculpting skills, which is really good. Your presentation is kind of lacking a little bit. And so if these models are really only for 3D printing, you might want to create like a subfolder in your portfolio for like real life prints or real life like sculptures. That way you can discern that differently from your visual effects profile or your like gaming stuff, like whatever it is you plan to do. That's something I would take a look at. Thanks for the tutorial. You're welcome. Which version of mine are you using? 2025. Hey Matt, anyway, you are learning ZBrush. Start the beginner series from scratch. I'd love to learn ZBrush from you. I definitely will when I'm comfortable enough to teach it, for sure. Let's see. The mask one seems interesting. Yeah, no, like you've got some really good stuff in your portfolio. Your sculpts look really nice. I think just presentation-wise, you need a little bit of work. So I would look at other artists on ArtStation. Jay Hill is another one. ArtStation is a really good place to learn, like how other artists like present their work. So you see how he's got this like really clean, like everything's lit and textured and really nice. That's what I would look at doing with yours, just to kind of like bring it up a level. And that'll attract more employers. That way you don't get skipped over. Does a 3D modeler have to add texture to his portfolio? You should. So a long time ago, it used to be the case that like you didn't really need to, because that was just like a separate team that did that. But nowadays, because everything's gotten so much better and everything's so much easier to do and texturing so much easier, it's really recommended that you learn texturing. Thank you. You're welcome. I hope that helps, Mohammed. Hey, one more thing. Anyway, you are on the ArtStation tab. Show me 3D artist portfolio that a studio will hire easily. Either of those two people I just showed would be. Jared works at Santa Monica Studios, and Jay works at Turtle Rock. So those are good examples. But generally, most people you'll see on the main home feed on ArtStation, those are people that you're gonna see, like, get hired. Jay Hill, 100%. Jay Hill, I've learned a lot from Jay Hill. Again, I'm not a character artist. He does a lot of character work. But his Unreal Engine stuff, I learned a ton from. His YouTube channel is gold. So if you're not following him on YouTube, make sure you're following him. Shreyasby? Is it Shreyasby? Did you want me to review your ArtStation portfolio on stream? You just kind of posted a link. And again, if this is something you guys enjoy, like, let me know, and maybe we can do some dedicated portfolio streams or something. I don't mind doing that. Okay. Let's add that next one. Okay, so I'm getting bunching there. So this is a bit of a problem. So you can see how that kind of flows into that. I don't like that. So we're going to adjust this a bit. I think she wants you to review her portfolio. If that's what you want, just let me know. I can review it if you'd like. I'm just gonna get rid of the panels. They're not really a necessity. You could do that. One other thing you could do if you want to is just remove the panels, fill the hole, and then model a panel separately and put it over the hole. That way you have a separate piece of geometry to handle it. If you want a really good example, so here, check this out, Michael. What's his name? I'm spending a lot of time on ArtStation today. I was just looking at his portfolio the other day, too. Do I still have him pulled up on my other browser window? Hold on a second. I think I do. Or I did. Yeah, here we go. Andrew. So I've learned a lot from Andrew, too. He has another great YouTube channel for hard surface stuff. when you look at his, so he sells these like sub D kits for film. So these are all like kit bashing things. So if you ever wanted to do something like that, like don't be afraid to model everything individually and then just throw stuff together. It's a good way to learn how to build shape and form, and then eventually you can work on like adding those things into stuff. How was the New Year celebration? Happy New Year. It was good. I spent my time modeling, so I spent my time doing art. So it was good. I had a good time. What's the difference between Maya 24 and 25? Not too much. Arnold got faster. There's the smart extrude feature, and then there's a bunch of other stuff that I don't touch that I don't really know about. But both of them are pretty similar from what I understand. Let me pull this dude's page up. That's my name, and I was about to say, when did I teach you? Wait, what? Hey, sir, what's up? Super Kids, Gate Plant, what's up? How are you? What do you mean, Mr. Blazing Man? What the hell was that? That was weird. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do with those. Yeah, kit bashing is totally an acceptable thing. It's really good for concepting, so. Yeah, Andrew has a really good YouTube channel. I have the same government name as the previous. Oh, I see. I got you. Yeah, I've learned a lot from Andrew. Andrew actually jumped into my stream a long time ago. I found him. He found me on Twitch. And he was talking to me about, because he worked on like Dune and a bunch of other movies. Like his portfolio is insane. If you want to see it here. So that's his, speaking of Terminator, he's worked on like all of this stuff. So like he's a very good resource. He has an awesome YouTube channel where he goes over a lot of hard surface stuff. So super good person to learn from. Please do live streams on YouTube. I'm live streaming on YouTube right now. Yeah, I'll throw that in as a reminder, everybody. I do stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram at the same time. Instagram is just to kind of like get you guys to come over to the other platforms. Yeah, he's got a lot of experience, and his YouTube channel is really good. Okay. Let's go ahead and get back to adding this pin. I want to make sure I didn't miss a message from Shreya. Shreya, if you're still here, did you want me to review your portfolio? I just don't want to lose that message. Okay. Insert edge soup. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Andrew works at like my dream company to work at, so I'm jealous of that for sure. But he's worked hard to get there, so it makes sense. Okay. Socials. Thank you for pinging the socials command. All right. All right. So all of that's good. I don't think Let's see. Go ahead and bevel that. Turn off the chamfer. Reduce the fraction a little bit. Uniform. Center. Okay, 3. Perfect. Doesn't deform at all. Beautiful. Only issue is that I made this a little bit too thin, so that's okay. I can pull it out a bit. Okay. Let's go to mirror. Then the Z direction. Okay. So now, I think I just have like one more to add, right? 2 more to add. Okay. 2 more little buttons. Unhandy Soul, how's it going? It's going good. How are you? Modeling the minimalist details like bolts can be done using Substance Painter, then why in Maya, because it also makes messy topology. It really doesn't. So honestly, like, it may look a little messy, but this is actually quite clean. So the reason you would want to is for close-ups. So if you're going to go real close to this, and being that this is a prop, like this is a pistol prop that I want high detail, high close-up images of, you would want to model that data in. Because, yeah, you can add height details all you want to in Substance Painter, but the closer you get to those, the less they look real. You can still use like displacement maps if you wanted to, but then again, you're still gunking up your render engine with having to go through and what do you call it? Why can't I think of the name? Subdivide. It's gonna have to go through and do all the subdivisions anyway, so might as well just model them in. I'm just gonna tune in stream more, but I gotta go sleep. It's 2:30 in the morning. Have a good one, Matt. This has been a chill stream. M. Sharif, have a good night. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll get a message back to you soon. Okay. That's a supporting loop, so we need to make a new one here. Okay. So I'm going to take these. I'm going to go surface slide. Pull up. I shouldn't have duplicated that yet, but that's okay. It's 2025. Come on, go use plasticity. Show me a model that comes out of plasticity with perfect topology, and I'll use it. Is it better to use UV in Maya or Auto UV in Substance Painter? I've honestly never used the Auto UV in Substance Painter. I've heard mixed reactions on it, but I UV out of Rhizome. So Maya and Rhizome use the same technology, but I find it easier in Rhizome. But Maya, I would recommend doing it. Plasticity is cool if you're doing just 3D printing stuff, or if you're planning to retopologize your model, then yeah, it's great. But like otherwise, it's just, it ain't it. Or if you're doing CAD stuff, CAD stuff's cool too. But for what I do, it doesn't work. And we'll start cleaning this up here in a second. Surprise. This one looks like it's going to be a little junky. I wonder what happened there. It's okay, we'll keep messing with it, see what happens. Yeah, honestly, like when it comes to plasticity, if you want to use it, but just understand that if you're working in a production environment, or if you get into one somehow, you're going to be retopologizing all of your work regardless. So you might as well just do it right the first time. Manual loop support sucks. For what? For plasticity or for Maya? Okay. I think I want that one on the inside, maybe. Okay. Should have non-destructive workflow. Are you saying for plasticity or Maya? Because I don't know what you're saying. Non-destructive workflow doesn't always work. As much as it would be nice if it would just worked all the time, it doesn't always function. Like, it's nice to have when you can have it, but the reality is most VFX work is still very destructive. Alright, so there's a tad bit of a bulge there. Most of it, though, coming from this, so we can just kind of even this out. Some of this is just coming from the fact that this is all scaled kind of funky. What's up, Sharky? Like Blender modifier based. So again, same issue with Blender, the topology. Like, I know Blender makes it easy to model, but if you lose out on your basic skills of learning how to build decent topology, you will not make it in this career field. Like, you just won't. You need to learn topology. So I know Blender makes things easy. I know it makes it super easy to like throw stuff together and model it together, but you need to learn that stuff. So having non-destructive workflows where you just kind of throw stuff together and it just works, it's not going to last very long. It won't hold up. Use the cut tool, stop doing manual edge scale. That sucks. Okay, I don't know what you're trying to do here, but if you want to kind of keep being that way, you can leave. You do not have to sit here and try to troll me. I know what I'm doing, so... Alright. Alright, so we're just going to get that all to line up there. That's fine. We've got this stuff all isolated, which is good. Stop doing move. No. Chatan, stop. I'm going to be honest. Stop. It's on Instagram. It's not on Twitch or YouTube, so can't really do much currently. All right. I'm going to finish this piece up here. Okay, we have a little bit of... Some of that stuff got a little messed up. That's okay, we can clean that up. All right. So we'll assign a blend to that and see what we're dealing with. All right, so we got a little bumpy there. That's okay. We can just adjust that. It looks like it just kind of flexed inwards. Any tips for new joinee and movie production company do's and don'ts? Not really, because I don't work in one currently. One thing you just need to be, wary of is just make sure you're following their pipelines. Make sure you're learning what they do. That way you're not trying to be stuck in your ways. So just have an open mind when you go into that stuff. Going to be one of the best ways to get like the best experience out of it. All right, so let's clean up this topology a little bit. So we want edge slide. Pull that up a bit, scale it in a little bit. Okay. Okay. So that is likely causing a pinch up here, so let's kind of separate that a bit. We know we have a little bit of a pinch down here, but we can fix that. All right, so let's take a look. So that's better. This is still a little wonky. Chatan. Dude. Stop. I'm very clear that I don't allow like backseat working, and that's what you're doing right now, so stop. One second, guys. All right, let's see where that's going there. That's fine. This guy we can kind of pull out a little bit, so it just relieves that a little bit. Maybe it's because you need more topology. Now, so you see what's happening. So if I smooth this right now, you can see how we're getting a little bit of a bump in here. The reason being is because when I modeled that, I didn't have my transform constraint on. So I just need to kind of clean that up a little bit. Topology itself should be fine. This is generally what I do for my little indents. Yeah, Shub, it's going to happen here in a minute. So let's just kind of correct that a little bit. Let's isolate here. So we'll pull, we need to go surface slide here. You gone. Okay, cool. Good. There's no need for that, guys. Let's see, wait, what? I'm doing the same. Man made me stand up and pick my phone. It was just backseating hard. Yeah, it's okay. You know, like, people want to act like that, that's fine. I guarantee he probably doesn't post his stuff on the internet. Doesn't look like he does. No. So. Appreciate you all. A crypto can handle himself. Thank you, Sharky. Appreciate you, buddy. No backseating a lot. Yeah, if I could have my automated message on Instagram, I would, but Instagram doesn't let you do any of that stuff, so it's all right. We make do with what we got. Okay, so you can see how that got, like, ridged. So we're going to just, whoa, we're not going to do that. Just going to kind of flatten some of this out. I can see what happened now. Square up, Shark Man. I appreciate you guys going to bat for me. That means a lot. All right. So now that we're done with all that drama, is everybody working on anything cool tonight? That's cleaner. We still have one loop coming through here. So what I might want to do... Let's look at this. Because this is what we're trying to avoid, is that chunkiness that we're getting there. I'm making up. Don't do that, Resequence. Working on the school code project. Nice. What are you working on? Supposed to work on my thesis script, but I have absolutely zero motivation. I get that. That happens. It does happen. All right. So that's all flowing right. That's fine. Let's do this. Try to clean this up a little bit here. Only thing I can really think of that's causing an issue now. Yeah, there's just this dent. Why are you there? I almost want to look at it from like a top-down view. So where are we? We are right here. Yeah, top-down doesn't really help in that case. Whenever you scale the edges or verts, try using the plates from pivots. Those plates are like you move into the two directions. Yeah, so I will use those sometimes. I just messed up because like, and honestly, I'm tempted to just kind of rebuild that piece and start it over. And I think I'm going to do that real quick because what happened was I modeled this in without using my transform constraints. And that usually gives you a nice solid result. So let's just redo this. We'll just kind of start over on this one. That should give us relatively... We can fix the topology now. Honestly, this needs to be kind of sharpened up anyway, so let's see. Tip helped me a lot with working on low poly. Yeah. Well, we can see how much like distortion these have right now, so I'm just going to kind of redirect here real quick and clean it up while I can. That way I don't make any crazy mistakes. Okay. That should flatten that pretty well. The other thing we can do, I can see this one's sticking out way too far. Pull that in. That should have corrected most of that. We have a slight dent right there. This tells me it's this guy. Pull all of this out just a tad bit. The other thing we can do is we'll select this guy. Let's see, go to edit edge flow. Same thing here, edit edge flow. Boom, boom, boom. And we are fixed. Cool. All right, fixed it. Any model with hard edges that shows... God. Okay. All right. Block. Goodbye, Chatan. Have any weapons in your future for more modeling? If you do, you're looking at other game assets. Highly suggest something from Destiny Arsenal. I want to do something like that because, like, I like the look of those like hyper futuristic weapons. I'd like to do something like that. This one I chose because it was kind of like close to realism, but like also still far away. Let's see. So let's look at this. This guy, I'm just kind of trying to like pick apart some of the issues here. That got jacked up, so let's fix that. That can happen when you do the edit edge flow. Get out. He's out. He's gone. I question if that's the same person I dealt with last week, but I don't really care enough to figure it out. Yep, he came in again. It's okay. I pulled up his account while we were arguing, and I blocked him, so... That is the reality. I don't have to deal with that. This is my live stream, so... You had to take 5, yeah. He was dropping so many knowledge bombs. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm always open to learning. But if you come into one of my live streams doing stuff like that, that's not what these are for. I'm honestly wanting this flatter, so let's fix that now. Because I don't like the way this is working. This is not generally the best way to do this, but I'm going to just work it in. Shameless. Some people just don't have anything better to do. And, you know, that's fine. Just keep out of my stream with it. I don't care for it, so... Alright, so if I smooth that now... That's much better. We got a pinch here now, but that's okay. We can correct that. That's mainly because I just scaled that all weird. Alright. I don't know what it is about the new year, but the trolls have been coming out with pretty heavily. Maul, is it just like new year, new me? I'm gonna bully everybody? Like, what's the deal? Must be. I have a few in mind you might enjoy. Yeah, feel free to send them to me too if you have any ideas. He just left to join back again. That's crazy. Well, he can't join anymore, so. Or just delete the middle faces and bridge them with the same topology. Yeah, sometimes that doesn't work though because it'll carry from other ones. I think we got it pretty good though. Honestly, there's. You're right, technically. Roy! Oh, oh, shit. We're at time. What's up, Roy? I was too busy dealing with the weird dude. How you doing, man? Thanks for the raid. I see what you mean. That was a really good point that I totally skipped over. Roy, how was your stream? What was on the docket tonight? Keep focusing. I was dealing with a troll, man. It's all right. I'm good. What's your live stream time, start and end? So my live stream starts at 7 p.m. MST and ends at usually at 9 p.m. MST. I'm just going because I feel like I wasted a lot of time on that guy that was being a jerk. Was Chaos with Halo. Oh, nice. Very cool. Oh, that's right. You guys were doing Halo tonight. Wait, was it Roy who raided me? Yeah, it was Roy who raided me. Okay, I was like, wait. I forgot you were playing Halo tonight. What's up, everybody? How are you all doing? Alas, thank you for the hugs. I appreciate it. Where's this troll you speak of? Hey, it was on Instagram. I already blocked him. Sharky tried to be nice and give him a gentle reminder, and then I dropped the hammer. Thank you, sir, for some useful tips and tricks on YouTube. You're welcome. I'm glad you find them useful. Oh, the one place I don't watch. Yeah, I know. It's all right. It happens. They've been coming out in force this year. It's okay. All right, so this lump. Yeah, I went a little crazy here, so I've just got some cleanups to do, but that's okay. We're kind of near the end of stream anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of drop it down a bit. Could you please make live stream relevant to IST, because in India it's too early. I know, I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I don't know. What time is it in India right now? It's probably like really early. India time. Whew, 9:30. Yeah, I would have to do them. I would have to do them super early, and since I still work my regular full-time job, I kind of have to, unfortunately. What's the time right now from your country? Right now it's 9 o'clock p.m. So evening. I want to try to do some weekend streams in the mornings at some point for you guys, because I know there's a lot of you who watch in like the UK and India, Australia, and a lot of people want to catch streams. Unfortunately, I'm locked down to like what my current schedule is. So eventually, hopefully, we're going to see where 2025 takes us. We're going to see if the channel grows more. Again, I know I said it earlier, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel and making it a bigger reality for me to do this full time, you can join my Patreon. The link is in my bio. It's $5. You get free models. There's going to be free tutorials and free live streams on there as well. So it's a good way to support the channel and support me growing. And I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart if you guys choose to do that. But other than that, yeah, guys, that's kind of it for tonight. It was a good stream. I mean, we got a lot done, minus the weird, crazy dude. But, you know, it was a good night. 9:20 a.m. Yeah, it's pretty early, so that's rough. That's interesting. It's 9:20, and that's 9 here. I thought it was, interesting. Not glazing, but I wake up early to watch and do my work. No, that's cool. And, you know, different people's schedules are different things. Like, it's difficult for everyone to kind of figure out how to do this stuff, but eventually I'll figure out how to work in some earlier streams. It's just something I gotta kind of, like, manipulate my schedule for, I guess. But it'll happen eventually, I'm sure. What's up, Rambo? How are you? Oh, you guys are talking about Destiny. Yeah, who knows? Maybe the next weapon that I model will be a Destiny weapon. We shall see. But, alright, Instagram, guys. Those of you who went to bat for me tonight and hung out in Instagram, I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I will see you all live again on Monday. And, yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you all have a safe weekend, wonderful weekend. Happy New Year again. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Morning, I always start with seeing your modeling and end up modeling myself. Hey, that's good. I like that. I love that. Not gun twitch the boomsticks. I'm glad you're doing good, Rambo. What's up? I'm just getting ready to end my stream. Roy, thank you again for the raid, by the way, buddy. I appreciate you. Raiders, thank you so much for hanging out and coming on in. We're going to go ahead and raid somebody now. I got to end my live stream, though, because I'm losing my voice. Okay, so that goes to Instagram. All right, YouTube, you guys too. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Holy shit, there are 16 of you right now. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. I appreciate you. I will see you all live again on Monday. And have a safe weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. And Happy New Year, as always, to you guys. See you later. All right. Instagram. Jesus, there's 21 of you. Okay.